Welcome back to Houston Life and go Cougs. It's a big honor for the University of Houston chef Chad McDonald. He started out as an executive catering chef at the University of Houston, promoted to senior executive chef.
And most recently, he won a regional cooking competition, recognizing him as one of the nation's best collegiate chefs. Please welcome Chef Chad McDonald, U of H executive senior chef.
Thank you.
Yeah, I knew that we got that Coug.
Yeah,
right
go
there.
Cougs.
Go
Yeah,
Cougs.
especially go Cougs.
Hey, so we're going to do something fun with this in just a second. That's why Courtney and I have our gloves on. But I wanted to start, how long have you been in the chef? How long have you been cooking?
Oh, I've been cooking for about 20 years now. Started off in like fast food chains and actually at a horse track in San Antonio. Worked my way up from Chicago to Phoenix, back into Texas, and found my home within Chartwells.
Yeah, you got back to Houston, I know, as fast as you could, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just standing with you, looking at you in awe, because I can't imagine, I mean, cooking for a family of 7 is a lot, but cooking for an entire college campus, college, university, I mean, you have to please a lot of people.
Yeah.
We feed thousands of people daily. We feed thousands of people daily. We're one of the only dining commons that have a 24/7 dining hall for them to come in and enjoy everything that we have to offer.
This is super cool, though. I want to talk about this award. Let's talk about, first of all, cooking on live television. How stressful is it to cook in front of people as they're watching you put these things together?
Oh, extremely stressful. But I have 2 young children, so it's part of that process of being able to block out the scenery that's going on around me and really concentrate, because the judges are coming by. They're asking you questions. They're poking at what you're doing and so forth. So they add on to that stress as well. It's not just the audience, but the judges are coming by. They're tasting your food as you go through, because they're judging absolutely every move you make, to the cleanliness, to your cuts, whether you're wearing gloves at the appropriate time, not wearing them at the appropriate time, and so forth. So every move they're scrutinizing.
So you recently won a regional competition, and that is what we have right here, what you won with. You're going to be moving on to the national competition, but first tell us about what you have here and how you won with this dish.
All right, so I have a chard siu wonton noodle soup, and I want to go ahead and go into making the broth of it, because it's really the essence of it. So within the competition, you have to have the 3 main ingredients, which was pork this year: smoked bacon, pork tenderloin, and ground pork. So I went an Asian style with it. So within my broth, I did a roasted pork bone broth and then added the smoked bacon in there, so we get that smoked bacon flavor within the broth, and it combines it all together, and there's a lot of flavor to go in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and dump that bacon in there, and it's gonna sear up, and that fat will come out of it and will help with the garlic. So we have whole garlic clove that goes straight into there.
All right.
And it's all about building flavors from here, because from there we're just going to strain the stock out, and we'll have a beautiful presentation for that in just a second. We have some great sliced ginger going on. Dried shrimps adds a lot of flavor to it. The star anise, again, more flavor. It has a little bit of a licorice taste to it. It just builds upon what's going in there.
Was this a recipe that you created specifically for this competition, or was this something that you had already previously been making?
Correct. It was just for this competition, so it was many months in the planning. It definitely was a team effort. Speaking with my boss, my other executive chefs on campus, and just brainstorming with them to figure out what exactly I was going to do, how I was going to present it, and every detail and piece of it. Before I even started doing any like actual cooking and bringing it together, it was probably a 2-month process, just a thought process to get it together.
With all those ingredients. I know that you can smell these things. What can we help you with, Chef?
So let's start this. So the broth is going. So that was a roasted pork broth. Put that together. I have some simmering. It's going. It's absolutely delicious. And then the other part of it is this pork tenderloin. So if you can, take some of the sliced bacon, layer it in there.
All right.
Okay.
We can do that.
Yes, we can. Just give me step-by-step instructions. So this is something that, did you have specific guidelines that you had to follow for the competition, like certain ingredients you had to use or anything like that?
So we had to use these ingredients along with making a nutritional balance meal, because again, we're collegiate chefs. We have to make sure we're providing a nutritious meal for our guests and our students, because of course they're there to learn and empower themselves and so forth to continue on. And then if you want to to go ahead and just paint this on. It's meat glue, so how it works is that
glue.
meat
I've
glue.
never
So
heard of
as you put it
glue.
on there and we roll it up, it'll tighten up and it'll seize it and make it one. So this dish is traditionally done with like roasted pork belly or roasted pork butt.
And a little bit of Elmer's. Just kidding, just kidding.
And that's where this comes in with the bacon and the tenderloin, because of course I didn't have those pieces of cuts. I had a tenderloin and bacon. So the pork belly acts as that fat for me.
Okay.
And it goes in that pork tenderloin, it adds a lot of flavor in there. And then we're just gonna roll it up, and I have some marinade ready to go.
Right.
You know what's crazy? As I'm painting this, I'm really concentrating. I don't think that I would handle under pressure cooking with judges
No
like that. I
worries.
can barely do it.
Do you roll it as one?
And then we can roll it.
Okay, like
And
all one
then-
piece. Oh,
yep.
this way. Okay.
And either way you go, you just roll it up
Okay.
like so.
Okay.
And then you can take
Wow.
a string and you can go down and then make a tie,
Okay.
Hey.
just like that.
Okay. Is there any special technique with this, with tying it in?
help you
Thank you
lift up
so
this
much.
piece of pork.
Or is this just specifically keeping it together?
That is just to keep it together, to give it a little bit more balance while that meat glue
Okay.
does its thing and solidifies into that meat
Okay.
to, again, to bring it together.
Okay. And see, this competition, you're doing all these things by yourself. I'm noticing that I'm needing a lot of help from Courtney over here.
No worries. And yes, the entire competition is by ourselves. And to add to the stress, you get 2 induction burners. And then that's it. You have 1 hour to cook, and then you're completely by yourself. So here's the completed dish.
Okay.
We have our beautiful noodles in there, our homemade wonton noodles, the pork tenderloin that's already cooked, garnished with our beautiful red peppers and our green onion, a little chili oil.
Oh, my goodness.
And then if you take this broth right here, we take the broth and pour it right on.
Beautiful.
Wow.
And that's the
colorful.
complete dish.
I know.
And then I also smoke it out because, again, the charred stew is that charred piece of it. It's usually charred over charcoal or wood of some sort. So immediately that smoke starts to get the palate going, get the sensories going. So that way you feel like you're getting that complete charred stew feeling into the wonton.
And now the
noodle
final
soup.
portion of this, we want to see this when you smoke it.
Right.
That's coming up. Okay, okay, okay.
So we can do that right here.
This is probably my favorite
This
part.
has got to be the favorite part. Yes, get the cameras ready.
What is this process called?
So this is just a smoke. I'm using applewood chips, and it uses a fan and it pushes the smoke in there, as you
Okay.
can see. And then it provides that beautiful dome. And then when I go to the judges, I present to them, and then we do a little wave of the dome so it
nice.
stays there.
Yes, and from our judges at the table, you get a 10.
winner.
Chef Chad,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much.
And of course, you're going on to the national competition. We wish
Yes.
you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. And we've got a link to connect with Chad on our website, HoustonLife.tv. Just look for the Scene on Houston Life section. It smells so good.
Yes, it
So
does.
good.
Yum.
Yes.
Give me a fork.